Now let's talk a little bit about what are the possible questions that the officer can ask you at the interview. Some of the personal questions that they can ask you are, have you visited the US before? If so, when and for what purpose? Make sure you answer that truthfully and correctly. Do you have any family members in the US? Again, if you do, make sure you say that you do. Usually they only require you to state the family members who are immediate relatives. What are your plans for after your H-1B validity period ends? This basically you are expected to say that you will return to your country because you cannot stay beyond your authorized period of stay. You are expected to say that they might ask you, are you married? Do you have dependents? Will they join you? They might ask you not taking your dependents with you for a dependent visa. Then with reference to your educational background, they might ask questions such as, what is your highest level of education? Where did you study? How does your education relate to the job? So you have to be prepared to answer that. You could say that, for example, you have a bachelor's in computer science and your job is that of a software developer, and the developer position requires a bachelor's degree in computer science, and you can maybe show them your transcripts and show how each course is related if they require you to do that. They might ask to see the degree certificates and the transcripts. They will also ask you questions on employment and on your role. So they may say, who is your sponsoring employer? What does your company do? So that's a brief description of the business. How did you find this position? So you have to respond that maybe you found it through a friend, or maybe you applied and responded to their advertisement, and maybe you did that through Monster or Jobs, an online posting, whatever it might be. You have to respond as to how you found the position. They want to make sure that it was not a bogus application and that there is actually a valid job offer. They might ask, what will your job title be? What are your daily responsibilities? Make sure you get that from your. They might ask, what will your job LCA and your petitioner letter, and make sure all that information aligns. What is your annual salary? That should align with your LCA as well. Where will you be working? So this is your work site. That has to align with your LCA as well. Who will your supervisor be? Petitioner letter, and make sure all that information aligns. This might be your employer if it's a small company. It might be the CEO of the company, of your company. So if it's someone else, then you have to have information on that. How many people are there in your team? If you know that, you should respond. Will you have anyone reporting to you? Again, respond, and please make sure you look through the petitioner letter to see if that information is there. Your skills, what is your computer languages or specialized skills that you possess that is relevant to the job? Again, this should be in the petitioner letter. Make sure you look at it and respond accordingly. Also, they might ask questions about how many employees does your company have? What is the annual turnover? This is not, they don't expect you to know this, so those questions are not that common.